All right, and we're going. All right. So this video primarily intended for John and Brandon in order to learn a little. John is Smiley, Brandon is Effort. Effort is Effort. Brandon is the one that's going with us tonight. To do a quick rundown of the basics and see a game in action, I guess, and kind of talk through what the rulings are and how it's played and yada yada yada. Right. So I'm going to be playing my Piet Red. Steve here is playing Cad Bane Blue. And as much as we can, we'll kind of say out loud and explain what we're doing. So sorry for, of course, people who are not John and Brandon who know how to play the game and want to see a game played. We're going to take it a little bit slow. We're going to over-explain a few things here and there.
Let's do it.
All right, you are cut. Would you like red or blue?
Red.
You would like red. It is off the table. Roll it again. It is red.
I'll take the initiative.
Yep. So you can use chance cube. You can use D6. Steve, we use a chance cube here. Steve called red. It landed on red, so Steve gets the choice. He chose to start with initiative, which just means that he is action 1 player. Both decks have been shuffled. Your opponent has cut the deck. And now we draw 4, 5, 6. Our starting hand of 6 cards. And of these 6 cards, what you're ideally looking for, obviously, is your first couple of turns, trying to figure out what you can do, as well as 2 of these cards have to be resourced. Your resource kind of acts as like mana in Magic the Gathering. I am not the biggest fan of this, so once per game, you have the choice to mulligan. So I'm going to take that mulligan. You just take your 6 cards, put them back in the deck, shuffle your deck as if it is a brand new time, and then you have to stay with the next set of 6 that you draw. You do not get to mulligan more than once.
We'd be here all day.
Yeah, right. Just mulliganing. So Pokemon, you mulligan until you get a turn 1 play, if you don't have one. And every time you mulligan, your opponent gets 1 extra card.
Oh, wow.
So it's not necessarily a mulligan by choice. It's kind of a required mulligan for Pokemon. Dog, I don't want to listen to your hot-ass breath the entire time. Okay, so I'm quite a bit happier with this hand, actually. So, breakdown of the card, right? Aspects, which have to match your leader and base. I am playing green, which is Piet, and red. Piet is also villainy, so green, black, and red from the base. So all the cards in my deck are either going to be some combination of green, red, or black. Right now, I'm looking for a few turns to kind of plan sequence out. You start with 2 resources, so you want to have some kind of 2-drop play. And then you resource 1 card every turn. Well, you have the option to resource 1 card every turn. So we are going to... I think we're going to resource these, which might be dumb, but we'll see how that works out. So I have my 2 resources. Steve has his 2 resources. Leaders and bases are ready with 0 damage each. Leaders are ready. Steve has the initiative, so we go back and forth taking 1 action at a time. Steve, it is your action.
I spend both resources, play Aura Sing. She comes in exhausted. She is hidden, so she can't be attacked this turn. And my 2 resources are exhausted.
Yep. So Steve has taken his action, so now it is over to us to take an action. We are going to spend 2 resources here for the 2-drop Imperial Dark Trooper. Aura Sing was placed over here on this side, so ground unit, ground unit, ground unit stays on one side, and space units go on the other. So I have taken my action. Steve, it is now back over to you.
All right, I'll claim initiative.
Okay. So claiming the initiative is basically going into the next turn. It kind of signifies that you are out of actions that you can do. You no longer have resources to play cards. You no longer have readied units to attack or anything like that. So at this point, he can either pass or claim the initiative. He is going to claim the initiative, so the initiative token stays on his side. I can no longer claim. I'm out of resources and readied units, so now my only option is to pass.
Can I back up because I'm
Yeah.
brand new to this leader? Okay, instead of claiming initiative, I'm gonna action him because I played an underworld card this phase. Choose an opponent. You know, they deal 1 damage to it.
Yep. So that is Cad Bane's ability, right? So one of the things to constantly keep in mind is what your leader's abilities are. Steve here is learning Cad Bane, and I mean, I more or less know Cad Bane. I'm just not paying attention to that. I'm more so paying attention to the phone here. So he used Cad Bane's ability. When you use the leader's ability, it'll typically say to either exhaust him or do something along the lines of that. So Steve went ahead and exhausted him, which is why he's sideways, signifying that that ability has been done. That is an action. So now that it is back over to me, instead of passing, I will actually claim.
All right, then I'll pass.
And Steve is passing. So once each players have claimed and then passed, signifying that both players have passed, you go to the next turn by drawing 2 cards. And you will resource 1 card if you would like. I am going to resource that. You then ready your resources and you ready your units. And then once both players have everything readied, signifying that they are good to go, it is back to the initiative player's turn, which is going to be mine. So I am going to decisions. We are actually going to take the slow route. We are going to spend 3 resources here. We are going to spend 3 resources on open fire, targeting the Aura Sing to deal 4 damage to her.
Alright.
And that is just enough, as Aura Sing has 4 health points. So Aura Sing is defeated.
Alright, so I'm gonna spend 3, power of the dark side, and eliminate that.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Good, good, good. Then I'm going to claim.
And I will pass. This is gonna be 4. What am I gonna do here? All right.
Good to go.
You got the initiative?
Yes, sir. I'm going to spend 3 here for a resupply. So resupply is one of those cards that's a little weird. Put this event into play as a resource. So I spend my 3, I show the resupply, and then it goes into my resource pile. So it's one of those ramp cards.
All right. I spend 2 for my sentinel, Pike Sentinel.
I'm going to actually, I will deploy. So your leaders can deploy. back up here a little bit. So under here where it says epic action, if you control 5 or more resources, you can deploy this leader. I now have 5 resources due to the resupply. So I will flip Admiral Piet out onto the field. He does come in on the ground as he is a ground leader right there.
All right, I'm gonna go 2 for Bazine. When played, I look at your opponent's hand. I can discard one of those cards.
Okay.
So, how many resources do you have right now?
I'm at 5.
So, I'll discard this for now.
All right, so he is discarding the invisible hand. Do I draw a card off of that, or?
Yep, you can draw a card when I discard one. And you draw a
Player
card.
draws a card. Yep. So I will draw a card to replace the invisible hand that was discarded. All right, and I have already claimed, I believe. If not, I'm claiming now.
So I'm gonna action Cad Bane. Yep. He gets a damage. And now I'll pass.
All right, you ready, Freddy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Admiral Piet's ability, while he is deployed, is every capital ship costs 2 less resources to play. So I'm going to exhaust 6 resources plus 2 from Piet for capital ships. So technically this goes down to 6. So I'm exhausting 6 to play Fulminatrix here. Piet's goofy. When played and on attack, you can deal 4 damage to a ground unit. I am going to blow your Sentinel off the table, please.
All right, I'm going to swing into Piet for 1.
Swing into Piet for 1. You will take 2 back, please.
Yep. I think hold on a second. Back up for a second.
Mm-hmm. Cad Bane should be readied, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of fucked that up. That's okay. Fuck. Oh well. This is gonna go poorly for me. I'll go 1 in the Piet and take 2 back.
All right, I will do 2 to base with Piet.
I'll spend 5 for Cad Bane. I don't get his when played ability because I didn't fully read the card. And words mean things.
While we're early enough, right? So the ultimate goal of what you're trying to do in a game of Star Wars is to reduce the health, or I guess put enough damage on the opposing player's base equal to the amount of base health that they have. Both of us are running 30-point bases, so we're ultimately trying to do 30 points worth of damage to the enemy base. You played Cad Bane, so I am going to claim.
All right. And I am going to action him, and you can pick a unit. You control and deal a damage to it.
I will pick. That will leave me with 4. Let's not make it a super easy target for your Cat Bane. So I'll do 1 on the Fulminatrix.
Okay. And you claim, so I'll pass. Okay, I gotta draw here. 2. Let me look at this real quick.
Dog, you have to remember to breathe while you're sleeping.
I hate fucking doing this, but I'm gonna do it.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Uh-oh, he's right. Alright, you have the initiative, right?
Righto, champion. Alright. Fulminatrix, I'm going to swing 9 at base. And on attack, I'm going to deal 4 damage to the Cat Bane.
4 to the Cad Bane. I'm gonna swing. I need to start doing it. So I'm gonna swing 4 into your base.
Alright. I'm going to pay 6 plus the 2 from Piet for a Devastator. When played, I can deal 4 indirect damage, and while I control the Devastator, I choose where all indirect damage is going to go. So 1 here, 1 here, and then 2 to base.
So that kills both of them. And let me see something real quick when he comes out. Let me look at something real quick here.
Standing by.
Shut the fuck up. All right, I'm gonna spend 5 resources here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources. I'm gonna ambush Bosk into Piet, deal 4 damage there, and take 2 back, right?
Yep. And boss gets how much health left? 3 left. Yeah, 1 resource up. And Cad flips on 6 or 7.
6.
Cad flips on 6. I'm gonna do 2 to base.
2 to base.
Yes, please.
That takes me to 15. I'm gonna action Cad Bane. and let you choose a unit you control and deal 1 damage to it.
I'll throw one on the devastator. I'm going to claim.
You're going to claim?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so I am going to flip Cad Bane. I'm going to spend 1. Throw a hot shot blaster on him. And he has raid 2, so I'm going to swing into your base for 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
And I didn't get to plot anything out because of that, for Christ's sake. And I guess I'll pass now. No. Yeah. Okay. Your turn.
Let's do swing 9 at base.
Okay, that takes me to 24.
And I'll deal 4 to Bosk.
24. I'm going to spend 7. Play Cad Bane. When played, this unit captures up to 3 enemy non-leader units with a total of 8 or less remaining HP. While he's on the board, when I play an Underworld card, you may choose an opponent. They choose a unit they control. Deal 2 damage to it. And you did the indirect to Bosk, right?
Yes.
So he's dead.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll deal the damage to Piet, just to show this off. So Piet leaves the ground. He comes back to the leader area exhausted, and we mark him as being dead. He cannot deploy a second time. I'm going to spend 7 here on a turbo laser salvo. So choose an arena. A friendly space unit deals damage equal to its power to each enemy unit in that arena. I'm going to choose ground. So 9 damage to everything on ground.
You got game. Good enough. Let's go again.
All right. And while I did not have the 30 points on base yet, I believe Steve kind of knows the state of the game. I've got it on the next turn. So we are going to go ahead and go to the next game here. Games of Star Wars Legion, if you're playing on like a competitive state, they are played in best 2 out of 3. So we are going to go ahead and go to, hey, that's mine. That's important. So we're going to go ahead and go to game 2 now. And that is a 1 victory for me.